Hello, guys. Thank you for making your attendance today. This is Head Doctor Ryan Finch speaking, and I work for the Manchester University, sponsored by the NHS. And today we're going to be discussing our plans for Mr. Jonny Bedford. So, the first thing I want to bring is bringing him down. Now, this is obvious, this has been our objective from the start. We really do want to control Bedford and bring him right down. But it's a slow and long process, so this is what today is going to be about. So we need to keep mentioning his lack of beats. So he's been 19 months without a beat as us from today. We need to keep it that way. We need to keep him where we want him. We need to remind him he has a shit job. He works in a factory for £13 an hour. We also need to rip him about his false promise about leaving Sainsbury's. So for the past 6 months now, he's been saying he's going to leave, and just as we planned and predicted, he still hasn't left. Need to also mention his false promises of getting a GF. He keeps saying he's going to get a B, he's going to get a GF. And as you can see in Ibiza and also Berlin, it failed terribly. Bringing him back up. So we can't just rip him every day or he'll leave the scene. So every now and again, we need to keep bringing him up, and we can do this by laughing at his rips. Give him the odd compliment. So if he does, mention his physique, he is quite confident in that. I don't know why, he's very skinny. But let's just keep him confident. We need to make him feel like we're on his side. So again, laughing at his comments, keep engaged with him. And lastly, we need to participate in Discord games like Fantasy, just to keep him engaged in the chat. Obviously, we used to do it with Put Party, but that's a bit too time consuming now. We've got a life. So Fantasy, it takes me and Mr. Prosser 5 minutes a week. To keep Jonathan in Discord, it's very worth it. So we're approaching the end of Q4. I'd like to thank Jacob Blagden for the hard work through the year. We really have been controlling Bedford. And like I said, he's gone 19 months without a beat. He's still at Sainsbury's. So this has been a huge success for the medical team. We've had a lot of fun whilst doing it. It's been great fun to control this man, and we plan to keep doing so. We do have concerns though from Dr. Blagden. He's expressed concerns that Jonathan recently has felt very down. And don't worry, Dr. Blagden, I'll bring him back up, but we will have to eventually press that final red button to end Jonny Bedford for good. And I know Prosser said in his notes the other week, I know he's on holiday in Budapest right now at the Four Seasons, but he's also claimed we have Bedford right where we want him. So we've decided to do a little case study on Bedford over the past few months. So if you see Appendix 1, Jonathan stated on Snapchat to Dr. Blagden he doesn't use dating apps. So he's refusing to download Hinge and Tinder to get himself a beat. So we've had to speak to Mr. Al Zubardi in Manchester Hospital, and Mr. Blagden's agreed to create a Hinge profile for Bedford to secure a beat after Bedford claimed he was done with nights out and he doesn't use dating apps. So after conducting the case study, we've come up with a hypothesis. So if you can see here on the photos, the first one here is the profile we're going to create for Jonny. So you can see that's his brother there. That's his arms on a night out, and then that's a physique update of his back. I thought, they're not the best photos. He looks a bit skinny. So I've got him a nice little selfie at the gym and a picture of his dog because he ain't got much else going for him, has he? So we created the profile for Bedford, and we thought we'd inform him of the great news. So after this was done, he sent a message to Mac Prosser, support specialist, whilst he was on holiday having a coffee beat, securing that beat on a coffee date. And he claimed he was going to leave the scene and called us weird. So we had to delete the profile, which is unfortunate. We clearly do need to work on the boy to build his confidence a bit. That's everything. Thank you for watching. It's been a great year. If you do have any questions about this presentation, feel free to drop me an email and I'll reply within 3 working days. Thank you very much.